Hello and welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tom and today is Sunday. It's the 28th of November 2021 and I'm glad you stopped in today. I do want to mention that this is not financial advice. This video is for education and entertainment purposes only. But if you do like what you hear today, I'm going to ask you to do a couple of things. Don't worry, they won't cost you any money. It's always free. Hit the thumbs up, give us a like if you like what you see. And if you want to hear more from the channel where we discuss everything from stocks to cryptocurrency, investments and trading, options and stock positions, hit subscribe. Maybe share it with friends, family, help us build our channel. But most importantly, I hope that you get some good information out of this that will help you build your portfolio. Like I said, today is Sunday, so obviously the market is closed. It was kind of a rough week last week. For us that are in long positions, as you know, these short weeks and especially on Friday being an abbreviated trading day, there was light volume, caused many of the stocks in our portfolio to drop, did create buying opportunities. However, I did have a few people ask me about our dividend stocks and the dividend stocks that we have in our portfolio. And I haven't done a video on dividend stocks yet. It's really not the type of content that people find super exciting unless you own a bunch of dividend stocks and you're getting paid handsomely by them. But I did want to just dig into the dividend stocks that I personally have in my portfolio and kind of give you an idea of how dividend stocks work and which dividend stocks I personally recommend that I'm in. Again, this is my opinion only, not financial advice. Do your own due diligence, your own homework. If you want to keep track of these, definitely save this video, go back, grab a pen and paper, type these into your cell phone or into your computer, because these are great dividend stocks, I believe, not only right now to get into at the prices that they're in, but I believe that they'll carry us well through 2022 and onward. And it will give us a nice dividend payment. And these stocks that I'm going to talk about give a monthly dividend payment as opposed to quarterly. So again, hopefully you like what you hear. Give me a big thumbs up and we'll jump right into it. So dividend stocks, not all stocks pay dividends, but those that do pay dividends, typically what they do is they pay annually based on the price of their share. So for example, if we have a stock and the stock is worth $100 and the dividend yield is 12%, which is a very, very high yield, that would pay $12. Annually or monthly, it would pay $1 if it was a monthly dividend stock. Pardon me. So the stocks I'm going to talk about today are right around the 5 to 8% dividend, which I would consider a high dividend yield. And considering that the S&P 500 dividend spit out about 1.3 on average, this allows us to 3 to 4 times the S&P on dividends. So when you have a dividend stock and it pays you out, that money goes directly into your portfolio, directly into your balance. Some people like to reinvest the dividends. Some people like to collect the dividends. Some people will own enough money or enough shares that the money will help them pay bills every month or every quarter. I personally like to let the money stack. Some of the stocks I have, I'll reinvest the dividend. Some I'll use just as dry powder on the side to put into other investments. So it's your choice, but I do believe that every solid portfolio should have dividend stocks in them. And yeah, on we go. So let's take a look. I'm going to give you 7, I believe. 7 of these dividend stocks that I think are really strong. And they're stocks that not a whole lot of people are talking about. A lot of them are REITs. And yeah, let's just jump right in. So the first one that I want to tell you about is a company called AGNC Investment Corp. AGNC is the ticker. AGNC Investment Corp is the company name. And it pays 12 cents a month like clockwork. Okay, so AGNC dishes out a tremendous yield when you stack it up against both the size and frequency and payouts of typical dividend stocks. Now, 12 cents is not a lot, but if you have 10,000 shares of AGNC, then it sure can add up. It is a real estate investment trust or a REIT, like I said, and AGNC is given certain corporate tax breaks in exchange for a requirement that the company share 90% of its taxable income with its shareholders. So it receives a great tax break because it does pay out such a high dividend, and it shares 90% of its revenue or its taxable income with the shareholders. So that equates to a mandate for consistent dividends. So this stock will consistently pay out dividends. The only thing that might be a little bit tricky here is that the stock really isn't a holder of physical real estate at all. It is a REIT, rather it's an investor in mortgage related securities. So these are largely federal loans that are guaranteed by government-sponsored enterprises like Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. It reduces the risk profile, definitely, of the assets. Income-oriented investors like myself should look back at the backstop provided by Uncle Sam. So when Uncle Sam and the government is backing these stocks, we got to take a look at that. I see that as a positive, as well as a strong history of generous dividends given out by this particular stock. AGNC currently is trading at $15.09. And it pays out an 8.9% dividend. So that equates to about 12 cents every month right now, like I said. So for $15, you jump into a dividend stock that pays out 8%. You just calculate how much money you want to put into it and multiply that by the dividend and get paid every single month. All right, let's move on to the second best dividend stock that we have right now to put in our portfolios. And that is going to be GAIN, G-A-I-N. Ticker symbol GAIN. This is Gladstone Investment Corp. GAIN, Gladstone Investment Corp, is a publicly traded stock that operates much like a hedge fund. So if you're interested in how the hedge funds operate, here's one that we can get into. It's classified as a business development company, or BDC, and the company is driven by direct investments in other third-party companies. Taking a look here at GAIN trades currently at $16.79. It offers a 4.935% annual dividend, which is paying out every single, you amortize that, it's 12 months amortized divided by 12, and that's what it pays you out monthly. So it's just barely under the 5% that we're looking for. It has year-to-date gains of about 50%. GAIN clearly has the knack of picking out good opportunities. That's why we like GAIN, because it is a stock that can also run and provide us a nice yield on the stock. And with performance like that, it's got a 90-cent annualized payout. So this is a dividend stock that should keep money flowing into our portfolios for years to come. GAIN. Take a look at it. All right. Number 3 is Horizon Technology. I love Horizon Technology. It's a finance corporation, trades under ticker symbol HRZN, and as the name implies, it is a finance and investing company. It primarily targets the tech sector. Maybe one of the reasons that it's been so profitable for us and keeps paying out the solid dividends. It is focused on life sciences and biotechnology instead of traditional Silicon Valley outfits. At present, Horizon, it looks like it's focused on firms including rare disease treatment provider, Castle Creek Biosciences, Inc., and respiratory device manufacturer CSA Medical. And these kind of development stage drug companies, they specialize in medical device companies. They also come with risk, so be careful. But they can be very lucrative, when they succeed in their niches. So it's reliable, thanks to a diversified portfolio. It helps smooth out some of the volatility. I really like this one. And, when you take a look and do your homework and due diligence on it, you can see that Horizon is up, HRZN is up about 30% this year already in 2021. So it's going to outperform, obviously, the S&P. And it does offer a generous monthly payout to its shareholders, right around 7%. HRZN. Okay, let's move on to the next one. The next of the best dividend stocks I think to have in your portfolio moving into 2022 is a company called LTC Properties. And LTC is another REIT. The stock was understandably hit and affected by the pandemic as COVID, disproportionately affected the market and older Americans and medical facilities. But LTC Properties is basically they operate and own and invest in assisted living communities and skilled nursing centers. So it's got some value to it. In fact, LTC is up recently about 10% from its recent lows this fall. And beyond the short-term rebound, it's important to remember that Americans are increasingly living longer. So one of the reasons I threw LTC in here is because we're living longer. And these nursing homes, skilled nursing homes and community centers are gaining more and more in popularity. And that translates to a strong baseline demand for this monthly dividend stock for years to come. It has about a 6.5% yield. It does pay out monthly as well. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Next one we're looking at right now, the best stocks to put in our portfolio is Main Street Capital. Another one that I love, MAIN, ticker symbol, MAIN. Main Street Capital is a mid-sized financial firm. It provides debt and equity investments into smaller companies. So it's mid-sized, it's looking down on its little brothers. It's going to provide financing and debt equity investments to the smaller companies to help them out. It has a very broad and diversified portfolio as well. It includes digital marketing companies. It's got a hose manufacturer, a coffee shop chain. It's got a wide array of small and mid-sized operations. Thanks to a broader economic recovery, it's lifted many of these small businesses up over the last year. So Main stock has surged 35% this year. It's been a strong stock. We hope to continue to see it grow, and we're very bullish on Main Street Capital. Main Street Capital pays out a 5.8% dividend annually. So you get 1/12 of that every single month. And Main Street Capital currently trades around $45. So the dividend monthly is about 19%, or 19 cents. All right, let's hurry up onto the next one here. The next one is Pembina Pipeline. Okay, this is a little bit of an outlier, but Pembina Pipeline trades under ticker symbol PBA. PBA today trades at $30.28. I love PBA because it pays a 6.3% dividend, which is about a 16-cent dividend every single month. Again, if you think that these dividends are small, when you're investing in just one share of the stock, of course it is. When you have a couple thousand shares or 10,000 shares, it adds up and you get that payment every single month. And that's what makes me excited about dividend stocks. Back to Pembina. It is a Canadian energy infrastructure company. It operates pipelines, processing plants, storage terminals, and it's an export facility for natural gas and crude oil. Pembina has a solid dividend. It's fueled by the midstream energy business. And it's basically bound by, it's a foreign company, so it's not bound, by the same plotting consistency as U.S. stocks. And these distributions can vary by a few cents each month. Still, the analyzed yield is roughly 5 times that of the S&P 500 for PBA, so we love it. And that's on top of the share price appreciation of more than 55% in the last year, thanks to strong tailwinds for the energy sector in 2021. So not only are these stocks paying out good dividends, but they're also stocks that are very aggressive and aggressively moving. Again, we like PBA. The last one I'm going to give you today, you guys, is going to be PennantPark. PennantPark Floating Rate Capital. It trades under the ticker symbol PFLT for PennantPark Floating Rate Capital. It is a very interesting, and this is why I say this one's the last, it's an interesting monthly dividend stock to consider right now, especially given the fact that many think we're on the cusp of rising interest rates. So if you're looking to beat inflation and hedge against inflation, this is one that can definitely help us out. So it operates as a lender to troubled companies, and it puts up its capital at a higher interest rate in order to offset the higher levels of risk associated with the business. So as you can imagine, a lot of companies out there fell in hard times during the pandemic. And PennantPark made some shrewd and strategic investments this past year during this time. What's more, it has floating rate loans, so they actually adjust up as the broader market environment does. So as rates go up, so does their their interest payback. It goes up, and they'll see even bigger interest payments when rates do rise. As a result, the monthly dividend stock, this one, PFLT for PennantPark floating rate. This stock is up more than 25% so far this year, and we're closing in on 2022. We do see that PFLT will be one of the runners in 2022. We love this one. It offers one of the highest yields on what I've listed out as well. PFLT offers an 8.6% annualized dividend, which means it pays out almost 10 cents a month, because this stock only costs right now $13.06. To get into 100 shares of this costs you $1,300. To get into 1,000 shares costs you $13,000. So we can make some strong gains not only on the stocks that I've listed today, but also on the dividends. I do feel comfortable at night knowing that I have dividend stocks that are paying me money. I always like to say that the best investment we can make is invest in ourselves, invest in our future, invest in our children's future. These stocks pay out every single month. If you made it to the end of the video, you know what I'm talking about. Take a look at your portfolio, see if you can make some room for the aforementioned dividend stocks. And they're not only great dividend stocks, but they do see a strong, I'm very bullish on them and see a strong increase in them in 2022. So that's why I wanted to bring them to you today. Hopefully you liked the video. If you did, hit the like button. If you want to share and subscribe, we appreciate you doing that. I do have a couple of links down below where you can get some free cryptocurrency. We can get some Crow. You and I both get, I think, $25 in Crow when you sign up and stake with Crypto.com, and that's where I have my Crow coin staked. Also, Coinbase is offering some free Bitcoin when you just do the ID verification, email verification. And then I've got two mobile apps down below, Robinhood and Webull, both giving away free stocks. Random number generator is going to push out a free stock for you or two when you sign up with them. Again, folks, I hope you enjoyed it today. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. I should come on a little bit later tonight, if not tomorrow, talk about cryptocurrency. It's usually what I do on the weekend. Monday I have my Amazon DCA challenge that I'll buy another 500 worth of Amazon. And then Friday I'll be buying more Crow, if not earlier than that, because I do see I'm feeling very bullish about crypto right now. Okay, I like to say in closing, make a bet on yourself. Put your money to work for you, so when you go to sleep at night, it's working. You wake up in the morning, it's been working for you all night. And you go to work and come home, your money brings its friends home. Hope everyone has a great day. Hope you enjoyed the video, and can't wait to see you on the next one.